Hey Capricorn, I almost forgot to pick up my mic. As we're chatting, I will need to hold this mic to my face. Oh, sorry, my son is now climbing on the bed. We're in my bedroom. So yes, bear with me. I am about to shuffle and we'll jump straight into your reading. So you won't hear me just while I shuffle, and I'll get right back to you. Oh, that's cute. Jumped out, that one. Okay. Okay, guys, we have our cards. Let me just move my wires out the way. Let's see. Also, there's an iPad on in the background. Hopefully it's not too distracting for you. My son is here with me. Okay, we have the mermaid and the turtle woman. An elder will teach you. So you have something to learn from other people, I believe, Capricorn. I'm kind of getting this sense that I feel as though you might be listening to the wrong people previously. It's like in the past places how I'm kind of visualizing this in my mind. I feel like you have a habit of trusting and leaning on the wrong people that give you kind of mixed information is what I was going to say misinformation, but I feel like it's mixed information. I feel as though like these are people that, you know, I don't even think they're trying to help you. It's like you're there, you're kind of asking advice or something. Not like you're asking, but they're giving. It's like whatever, you might be just talking and they're just saying something for the sake of talking. You know, like if you sit down in a group of people and you all talk, people might throw different advice at you. Now, this is what this is feeling for me in a past position. I feel as though that's the advice you've been relying on, is listening to the words of others, and kind of trusting in the wrong thing. I hope that makes sense. Now, I feel as though there is wise people around you, and I feel like more so presently, there might be wise words coming from places that you need to hear it, and it might conflict with actions or with things you've been listening to previously. I just get this sense of it being a little bit different, a little bit more directed, in a more this is accurate, this is good advice kind of positioning, which is really good. I do get this sense of you listening attentively and kind of needing this advice is how I feel. It's like the mermaid listening to the turtle. She needs advice, and the wisdom is there and it's coming her way. So be mindful of anything that I feel as though this could be in an area that you need it most. It's coming to you. I hope that makes sense for you, Capricorn. Our next card, this is the one where I shuffled and came out. I don't know if I've ever had this card before, but she just looks cute. A twist in the tale. The unexpected, a change you did not see coming. So unpredictable things ahead. I don't know, she just looks so cute. It looks like an actual, you know, that white rats like in the image. They have those red eyes and she definitely embodies those right there. It's really cute. I love it. It's so beautiful. For some of you Capricorn, I feel like this is I feel as though things might not go the way it doesn't go the way you're expected. Now, this could be a positive thing, this could be a negative thing. Obviously, everyone's lives are a little bit different, but I'm going to say both sides, because I feel like for some of you Capricorn, that you are so stubborn in, again, listening to the wrong people, taking the wrong advice, and I feel as though it's got you in this mindset of, I want you to say that I feel as though you're stubborn with sticking with your resolve. Like, I went with that choice, so I'm just going to own it. It's like being with that, and then an unexpected change when things don't go the way you wanted them to go. I feel like that really could be a reality for some of you Capricorn. For others of you, it feels like an unexpected twist isn't quite a positive. It feels as though something maybe that you weren't planning for might happen. It's like a very good twist in, I won't say twist in events, but it feels like there's another word I'm trying to grasp on here. A twist in circumstances, maybe. Okay. But there's definitely innocence involved within this unexpectedness. I feel as though you have been undermining. So this is more towards the negative side of things. What I see attached to this. Sorry if I'm going backwards and forwards. I'm just reading as it's channeling through me. And I feel as though there's innocence within this. That, again, red-eyed. It feels as though you're underestimating people. And this is unexpected because I feel as though you really feel like you know something. And I'm here to say, but you don't. Sorry, Capricorn. I really feel like I tell you off lately, and I do apologize for that. I just say it as it comes out. And some of us signs need a bit of a harder tone when we're being stubborn. And I'm an earth sign too, so totally relate to that stubbornness. And sometimes you just need a little slap on the butt. So come on, sort yourself out. And this seems like those moments. It's like realizing that your stubbornness is hindering your growth here. It's hindering and negatively impacting your life if you're not able to shift and adapt to things that really need you to see it from that innocent perspective. From the innocent eye, that is him tipping his cards out. Brunies! Sorry, I have my son home. Obviously, I'm a single mom, so I have my son at home, and he's playing in his bedroom at the moment. I thought I'd take this moment to quickly record. But red is what I'm seeing. See, it's just giving me something. It's like really, again, it is underestimating something, and I feel like it's bleeding out. You're about to be, it's being revealed, seeing twists in this. Interesting. So I do think you should be wary on something where I think if you're underestimating someone and really stubborn in that resolve, I think you should second guess yourself and really listen to the right people and not the wrong people. The fairy ring, new skills, advanced training, and rapid improvements. Now, for those of you that are more along the positive alignment with this unexpected, I really feel like this could be career-wise with this card next. I feel as though you are in a place where you really can advance yourself, and I feel like you've got this drive too for some reason as well, as though you need improvements in certain areas, and this is exactly what this is indicating here. And you definitely have fast movement, and I feel like unexpected things could twist things really good. So if things are twisting in a positive way, because again, you are listening to the right people, no, not the wrong people, it feels like things will happen quickly. For those of you who are underestimating, things will turn quickly, and I feel as though, like, with a realization of this, of what you have done, your side of things will twist very quickly. It's like, I'm getting this twist. So I do feel like for every Capricorn, there is this positive lining to this whole thing, but it's very twisty. So really, I feel as though being mindful of, again, the advice, and again, what you're giving yourself, because we are our own guidance, our own leaders, and we are channeling our own wisdom as well, and everything we've been through has led us into that kind of how our narration goes on in our brain, into the decisions that we make. And sometimes that's wrong. We're listening to the wrong guidance we're giving ourselves, and this comes with this stubbornness and that kind of thing. So I think as long as you are open to realizing this, and again, dropping that stubbornness that I'm sensing here, again, you could see vast improvements in those areas as well. Frog Princess, heed wise counsel. Listen, definitely something you need to be listening to, and listening to the right people. Wise counsel. He just brought me a car to fix the wheel. I just did that with one hand. That's mum life. You get good at multitasking and doing things with one hand without realizing you're even doing it. So I'm just going to hop back to that fairy ring one. In the imagery, it's quite chaotic. It's a circus, right? The fairy ring. Fairies are they're notorious for being kind of tricksters. However, they're not. They're truthful. They will tell you the truth, but they may twist it in a way that benefits them, right? But they can't lie. They don't lie, and they will tell you they will tell you as it is, sometimes in a really ruthless, mean way, and that can indicate, normally actually, anyone that tells the truth, people will try and twist it in a way of saying, oh, I don't like them, they say things, but it's just, it's because you don't want to face what they're saying half the time, or just it can be a vulnerability being around those type of people. But it feels chaotic for you, as though it's kind of like it's a circus in your mind. I feel like you don't know what to trust and what to believe. But I feel like if you're dealing with somebody who is truthful, who is honest, and it is playing with your head, this is internalization of yourself, of you not wanting to embrace maybe admittance of that truth, or that just there's something here playing in your mind that's not wanting you to really resolve that stubbornness within you. For some reason, it could be wanting to see the bad in somebody that's not there, something like that. I just feel like a circus in your mind with that. Heed wide counsel and listen. It's like wise. Did I say wise or wide? Anyway, like the first card, listen, make sure you're taking the right advice and go to the right people. Again, this can be speaking to a professional about something, or someone who's been through those sort of things. Someone who you know is going to give you genuine wise advice, rather than just tell you what you want to hear. Going to just friends sometimes will give us what we want to hear. For example, I am somebody who typically would give someone advice that is truthful, even if they don't want to hear it, but I'll try and, say it in a nice way. Depending on their level of vulnerability and what we're talking about. However, sometimes there are times when someone, for example, when our friend looks like shit, they look like shit, but they're vulnerable, they're going through stuff, we're going to say things to them like, no, you look amazing, you're beautiful. Now we're thinking, God, she's not looking her best right now, but you don't say that to somebody, you know the times of when they need to hear what they need to hear. Now, some people do that in really serious things. So when you've gone through breakups and they'll go, oh, she's a bitch. She's not. She's actually just, gone and met somebody new and living her best life. But your friend's going to tell you what you need to hear. And rather, because they're your friend, that's not advice. That's not something we should take on and be like, yeah, see, everybody agrees with me. She is a bitch. Like, no, that's a friend being a friend to you and being supportive. But that's not good advice. That's not counseling. That's not going to help resolve situations that actually is beneficial and productive towards you. And I think that this whole level here feels like this is the conflict within you, of making sure that what you are going from, what is really influencing you in your decisions and the way that you're living your life. I want to say as far as that, to make sure you're doing it, again, from the right space, rather than, again, from a space that is not authentic, really. And it's not that friends and people like that and don't like you or anything like, because we know that really if they didn't like you, they would just be like, whatever, not even give you the time of day. So it's not about that. It's about just realizing and differentiating between somebody saying something, again, because you're having beers and it feels you're having that support. Supporting someone's really great, but are they after advice or are they after support? And that's where you need to realize, when I went to that person, were they supporting me or were they was I there for advice? Are they somebody who can give me advice? Yeah, that's what I feel like with this column. Heed wise counsel. Think wisely. I can never say her name. Amphitrite. The Sea Queen's Blessing. Okay, so I feel as though, actually, as soon as I was going to start talking, I had like beach, go to the beach, have some fun times at the beach. It's like a blessing. I feel like you can get wisdom from the beach. I feel as though this could be, going somewhere with water anyway, can really bring you clarity. And I get internal. It does feel narration. I feel like the way that you narrate your mind is really an influence of February on for you to work through this. Now, February is the month of romance. And I'm not getting a whole lot of romance in this first column for you, Capricorn. Now, this could be a very big, insightful moment of realizing that perhaps it's because of your mindset as to why this is not a big focus for you in this time of your life. And perhaps you're just not focusing on it now, which is perfectly fine. However, I just feel as though there should be areas in here where it's like you're open to love, or you're gonna have good. And this is the first card where we're getting something, and it feels really more about you taking time for yourself to nurture yourself. Go by the water. Now take your loved ones. Everyone's not single. Everyone doesn't have a significant other and things like that. It's just that it's not dominant for your reading. So definitely, if you are thinking of how you can reconnect with someone, going to the coast can be a really great thing for you guys. And I'm getting young ones. Take young ones to the beach if you are a parent. Beach times, definitely in for this. Now, this is the Sea Queen's blessing. She is really nurturing to me. A lot of times with this card, I signify on holding on to the wrong things. This will totally resonate with you guys, but that wasn't coming through. I was just touching on that, and then I'm like, that aligns with what we've been saying. So take that into consideration, I guess, in the sense that I feel with this card, sometimes it's holding on to things that are comfortable rather than letting go of those comforts and being uncomfortable in order to grow. Keep that in mind. But I do feel like this is a time for you to nurture yourself and kind of give yourself a level of comfort. But I kind of want you to be uncomfortable as well. I want you to face the things that need to be faced. This is what I feel this whole top column is saying. Stop band-aiding things, and let's get to the nitty-gritty. Now our next card, this one flew out. This is Orca Magic. The Akashic Library is open. So orcas are known for being very intellectual beings. Whales are symbols of galactic kind of channels, being very ancient beings and being one of the most connected beings on the planet. So with that, and with this being Akashic libraries, it's like saying that you are connected to the divine. There's wisdom here, and I feel like you really could open this channel by being authentic and true to yourself. But here again, this is signifying that the ocean has some significance to you. My ex-husband is a Capricorn, and I used to always say to him, like, you totally were a sea witch in another life. And I mean full on woman, barefoot on the sand. I could just visualize him in that kind of reality in a past life. So I just totally believe that's the thing. And this is giving me those vibes of just going by the sea, collecting shells, and just being in your essence. And the wisdom will channel through there. And it could be that, again, if you are into this kind of spirituality where you are that open to these things, you will understand that the ocean can speak to you. And I feel as though, if you're into meditation, this could really connect with you. To some divine wisdom. And again, this could be your channel of counsel as well. Sometimes external, personal, spiritual level communication is what we need, rather than just one-on-one talk with another person. And if you are feeling you're not getting anywhere with people, it's perhaps because you are looking outward is part of the issue too. So realize that wisdom can flow through you in many ways. Bats and the Belfry, you can achieve great things. Capricorn, you really can achieve great things. And I mean, your readings always say that. It's in your personality to achieve whatever it is you wish to accomplish. I do feel like focusing on what it is that you actually want, rather than what you don't want, rather than something that is keeping you in the past, is what I feel here. For some reason, I feel as though it's like, I mean, look at the imagery, but I'm getting this kind of morbid sense of being in the past and realizing that what we want is in the future. This is what I feel like for you and see, Taurus was all about like realizing your past has these little nuggets of wisdom to bring with you. But for you guys, I'm feeling as though you need to get away from the past. Now, that is not something I usually advise people. I feel like we should be looking to the past. But for February reading, in this reading for you guys, I'm saying live in the present, and actually I kind of want you to live in the future. I want you to see the bigger picture moving forward, because I feel like you've spent too much time sitting in a past setting, that you need to change something. The swift change, get changing. If you want things to start moving quicker, you need to make changes that again are twisting. It might not even be something that you plan to do. This is this unexpected comes with the making decisions, which are just changes. Make the changes you need to make. Get away from the past. And again, there are shadows in the sky in this. There's bat shadows. She's got the bats. That just caught my eyes. I was about to move on to our final card. And I just feel as though there's something in your darkness that's taking too much of your headspace. Raised by wolves, you belong. Now I feel like Taurus had this yesterday. I started Taurus reading yesterday and I ended up having to let it go because it was not the day to record. It was too hot, too many interruptions, and yeah, I need to spend time with my children because they were off school for the day. So this came up for Taurus, for them, but it didn't come for them for today. But yeah, I'm reading it in the same way that you belong. Now this is a thing for me, like I struggle to feel like I belong on this planet. I have had so many times over the last few months, like I just feel like this world's not meant for me, because it's just like everything fucking goes wrong all the time, and I get this sense of frustration within you, and this is why I keep going back to headspace with you, Capricorn. And I feel like this is a theme I feel that may have been sticking with you through my readings for the last few months. And this card signifies that everything that you've been through, and this is by you staying in this past, all that you've been through has shaped you into finding your place where you belong. And perhaps you've been sitting in a space where you don't belong for too long, where you kind of, that's where you feel like you belong. But you belong in this space where you are now, and you are supposed to bring the growth of this past with you in order to shape what you do and don't want. Sorry, I nearly dropped you into my face. In this life, and things happen for a reason, because it's really turning us into being the best version of ourselves. The thing is, sometimes for a moment they can bring out the worst in ourselves, and this is because that's there, that wound is there, it needs to be seen. Now I do feel as though, again, I want to say to you, Capricorn, is you've been sitting in a wound for too long and it's not healing. And I feel like it's because you need to realize that you belong exactly where you are today, not where you were yesterday. But there's family along that way. These are family, and kind of what this family can represent is literally experiences too. Marriages, relationships, friendships, things that aren't with us now, they are our family that we bring with us, because they are part of us. They're puzzle pieces that connect to you and alter you along the way. It's friends, it's not enemies. Our wolf pack is all full of beings and things that we've collected over time that really helped be the strength of who we are today. And even you can look at negative things like breakups, and we can see, like, for example, if you look at a relationship, your counterpart has often been your strength through that relationship. Now when the relationship ended, obviously that dynamic is going to switch and change, and they will appear to be, again, the opposite, less supportive, not that, because they can't be that for you anymore. However, they were for that time. They were your strength. They were something you leaned on, and they really were supportive during that. That's the key that you bring, that people can support you, that people are loving, even though now the relationship is different. They were that. That has not changed. And I think sometimes we can really dilute people's essence and what they bring into our lives by just remembering that bad and the thing that they became after. That's something I personally have to try and remember, like what happened in the aftermath. I still have a lot of good stuff and a lot of good memories that come from the good. And I feel like this is what this is saying. Those have helped raise you, have helped bring and be the strength that you are today, even if there are bad experiences now looking back. So with this card, it does say, harvest the good stuff from the past and keep that with you and release all the negative. But it is saying that you belong exactly where you are today. And it is a card kind of that brings me this hope of good, hope of future. And I feel like I'm really and I don't know why. So that's something throat chakra. And I feel like you need to hear that there's good stuff ahead, and have faith, have hope that you're shifting and changing into something that is really different to who you are today. Definitely different to who you were yesterday. And I'm loving that. Thank you, Capricorn. So please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for being here. Keep up to date with anything new, up and coming. And I'll see you next month, you guys. Thank you so much. Happy Valentine's Day.